watch what you eat. Here's the final word on nutrition and health. It's such a relief to know the truth after all these conflicting nutritional studies.
Japanese eat very little fat and suffer fewer heart attacks than Americans.
Mexicans eat a lot of fat and suffer fewer heart attacks.
Chinese drink very little red wine and suffer fewer heart attacks than Americans.
Italians drink a lot of red wine and suffer fewer heart attacks than Americans.
Germans drink a lot of beer and eat lots of sausages and fats and suffer fewer heart attacks than Americans.
Eat and drink what you like. Speaking English is apparently what kills you.
Reunion is also not complete.
Out of the way.
Without-
Out of the way.
Hello, Mercy Hospital. Hello? Is it possible to speak to someone who can tell me how a patient is doing?
Well, I'll be glad to help, dear. What's the name and room number?
Holly Finkel, room 302.
Let me check. Oh, good news. Her records say Holly is doing very well. Her blood pressure is fine. Her blood work just came back as normal. And her physician, Dr. Cohen, has scheduled her to be discharged Tuesday.
Thank you, that's wonderful. I was so worried. God bless you for the good news.
You're more than welcome, dear. Is Holly your daughter?
Oh, no, I am Holly Finkel.
Our reunions are also not complete without some humor from Betsy Karsh-Wilson. And after being identified as the third from the oldest class at the reunion this time, we really better pay strict attention to Betsy's monologue, "The Trials in the Day of an Aging Person."
I visited my doctor the other day, and he said I have age-related attention deficit disorder. And this is how it manifests itself. I decide to wash my car. As I start toward the car, I notice there's mail on the hall table. I decide to go through the mail and sort it before I wash my car. I lay my car keys down on the table, put the junk mail into the trash bin under the table, and notice that the trash bin is full. So I decide to put the bills back on the table, take out the recycle first, and then I think that since I'm going to be near the mailbox when I take out the recycle anyway, I might as well pay the bills first. I take my checkbook out of my purse and see there's only one check left. My extra checks are at my desk in the office. So I go to my desk where I sit down and check my email. While I'm checking my email, I notice there's a can of Coke I've been drinking on the desk. I'm going to look for my checks, but first I need to push that Coke aside so I don't accidentally knock it over. I see the Coke's getting warm, so I decide I should put it in the refrigerator to keep it cold. As I head toward the kitchen with the Coke, a vase of flowers on the counter catches my eye, and they need to be watered. I set the Coke down on the counter and discover my reading glasses that I've been searching for all morning. I decide I'd better put them back on my desk. But first I'm going to water the flowers. I set my glasses down on the counter, fill a container with water, and suddenly I spy the TV remote. Someone's left it on the kitchen table. I wonder who. I realize realize that tonight, when we go to watch TV, we'll be looking for the remote, but nobody will remember that it's on the kitchen table. So I decided to put it back in the family room where it belongs. But first, I'll water the flowers. I splash some water on the flowers, but most of it spills on the floor. So I set the remote back down on the table, get some towels, and wipe up the spill. Then I head down the hall, trying to remember what I was going to do. At the end of the day, the car is not washed. The bills are not paid. My emails are not answered. There is a warm can of Coke on the counter, and the flowers aren't watered, and there's only one check still in my checkbook. I can't find the remote, I can't find my glasses, and I don't remember where I put the car keys. Then, when I try to figure out what I've done today, I'm really baffled because I know I was busy all day long. This is a serious problem, and I'll try to find out about it online and get some help for it. But first, I'll check my email.
That all sounds great. Now our last act is,
That's it. We have one more thing to say.
I'm not getting paid enough for this.
And remember, life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in an attractive and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in sideways.
Chardonnay in one hand, chocolate in the other, body thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and screaming, "Woohoo! What a ride!"
Anyway, the last act is Kim, Dee Abramsey, Carol Miller, and Chris Hollister Gila, and they are going to do a song that's a throwback to the 50s, which may reflect our mothers' lives, but probably not ours.
Ladies, the minutes will soon be read today. The garden club and weaving class, I'm sure, have much to say. But next week is our culture night, our biggest, best event. And we've just made a dish for it. You'll all find heaven sent. It's our lime jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise. With slices of pimento, you won't believe your eyes. All topped with a pineapple ring and a dash of mayonnaise. Our vanilla wafers round the edge will win your highest praise.
And Mary Ginn will have a win with scones of peanut mousse, to be followed by a chicken mold that's made in the shape of a goose. For ladies who must watch those pounds, we found a special dish. Strawberry ice enshrined in rice with bits of tuna fish.
Lime jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise. We truly are creation that description defies. We'll go so well with Susie Bell's creation of the week. Shrimp salad topped with chocolate sauce and garnished with a leek.
Is this working? And Mrs. Schilling walnut loaf that's crowned with melted cheese was such a hit last culture night, we asked no seconds, please.
Now you must try her hot dog pie. The candied mushroom slices. Those ladies who resigned last year, they don't even know what nice is.
Our lime jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise. We did not steal that recipe. It's lies! I tell you, lies! Our grand award, a picture hat tries each dish and keeps the whole lunch done.
Sure, all are waiting for the biggest news, dessert. We've thought of things in molds and rings your diet to subvert.
You must try our chocolate layer cake on a peanut brittle base. With slices of bananas that make a funny face.
Around the edges, peppermints, just swimming in peach custard.
With lovely little curly cues of lovely